Hey everybody, it's Daniel. Welcome back to my sofa in beautiful Barcelona. Today we're going to talk about elections in Spanish. This Sunday, July 23rd, we have a national election, a general election here in Spain. So let's talk about some useful vocabulary for that sort of thing. First off, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a like if you're into this kind of thing. We appreciate it out here. Every little bit helps. So, elections. I keep saying it in plural because in Spanish it's generally plural. Elecciones generales are, the general election. This is the national election. 2 months ago we had regional and municipal elections, but this one we're choosing the presidente del gobierno, or the primer ministro. Officially here in Spain, we call it el presidente del gobierno, but according to the political science thing, it is basically primer ministro, the prime minister. It's a parliamentary system. We just have different names here in Spain. So the current president is Pedro Sanchez, and that will probably change in a few days here. If you're watching this 5 years from now, I apologize. It's 2023, and that's the situation right now. So we have el primer ministro and el presidente del gobierno, which are basically the same things. In the UK, they just say primer ministro. Don't worry about it. We also, here in Spain, have 3 vice presidents. I don't know if there's always 3 vice presidents or if you can appoint an unlimited number of vice presidents. This time we have 3 vice presidents. These are las tres vicepresidentas. They're all female at this point. So because a lot of things in Spanish have gender that in English don't have gender, presidenta is the president if the president is a woman. So las tres vicepresidentas. Vice, notice it's spelled exactly like vice, but it is pronounced vice. Las tres vicepresidentas. Yolanda Díaz, who is our far left candidate for the presidency, is actually right now the vicepresidenta segunda del gobierno, the second vice president, whatever that means. Not a political scientist, obviously. So that's that. If we had a presidenta del gobierno, we would call her the presidenta del gobierno. With the ministers, which can be whatever gender you prefer, ministro is the masculine and the feminine is ministra, and no problem. Las ministras de no sé qué, no sé cuántos. The ministers of whatever you want. The ministries, which are the institutions, all have very long names, and I don't remember any of them because they're all the ministries of multiple things. But yeah, los ministerios would be the ministries. In Madrid, we have a metro stop called Nuevos Ministerios, where you have all of these government ministerial buildings, Nuevos Ministerios. Anyway, so that's a little bit of basic vocabulary. The verb to vote is votar. Notice that the V generally sounds like a B in Spanish. I think that's a bit regional, but around here it's pretty common to pronounce it that way, votar. And votar, incidentally, is one of those regular AR verbs like we did in my previous video. So you know the conjugation. Remember the endings for present simple. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. So yo voto, tú votas, él vota, ella vota, usted vota. Nosotros votamos, vosotros votáis, ellos o ellas votan. Simple. You can go back to the other video about the conjugation of hablar and learn the rules there, but that's the conjugation in present of votar. We have la papeleta. Papel is paper, papeleta is ballot. all of the word papeleta implies, papeleta, is that it's a small piece of paper, basically. So yeah, it's a ballot. I think here the way they do it is you choose a specific piece of paper which just represents the party, and you put that in the ballot box. You don't have to mark things on a piece of paper. It's designed to be user friendly, I suppose. So you're voting here for a party rather than for the candidate. Parliamentary system, long story. Anyway, la papeleta is the ballot. We have una encuesta. Una encuesta is a poll. It could be a survey about literally anything, any opinion, but encuesta, las encuestas, talking about your intention for voting. La intención de voto. That is, a common thing that they're talking about all over the newspapers these last few weeks. Las encuestas. We have un escaño. Escaño is a seat in parliament or a seat in Congress or whatever. Here, officially, the parliament is called las Cortes Generales. Las Cortes, generally. Las Cortes is the short form of saying it. But it's basically a parliament, las Cortes. And un escaño is the seat in this, institution. So they're going to be talking about, who has won how many escaños, and, whoever gets the most escaños wins, sort of. It's a bit longer of a story than that, but, basically that. We could have a gobierno de coalición. Un gobierno de coalición is a probable outcome, so it's not exactly the most voted party that wins these days. We have a lot of different political parties, so most probably there will be a couple of parties that do pretty well and they form a coalition. Un gobierno de coalición. So after that, we have los partidos políticos. Logical thing to talk about. Now, los partidos políticos are the political parties. Partido can also be a match, like un partido de fútbol, a football match, but un partido político is a political party. Normal sort of party is una fiesta, as you perhaps know, like a celebratory party is una fiesta. But yeah, this sort of party, un partido político. We have, to talk about different kinds of political parties, we have la derecha and la izquierda. La derecha is the right wing. La izquierda is the left wing. No problem there. We can talk about la extrema derecha, la extrema izquierda. That would be the far right, the far left. I guess technically one of our parties is sort of izquierda anticapitalista. I don't know if they still are considered that. I really am not all that interested in the different Spanish parties, so I haven't researched lately. But our far left party, I don't know if they're still anti-capitalist or if they're just a regular far left party. It's not that interesting to me, but that would be la izquierda anticapitalista is something we have in Europe, I guess. Here in Catalonia, we have partidos independentistas. These are the independence parties, the Catalan independence parties. If this is your first time hearing about Catalan independence, that's okay. It's not a huge issue that everyone is talking about around the world. But yeah, here the local people want to be independent from Spain. They have parties. So, partidos independentistas. Then I guess we could talk about partidos republicanos. Republican means something different here in Spain. Republican means somebody who's in favor of a republic, which means they're against the monarchy. We have a king here in Spain, el Rey Felipe VI, la Reina Leticia. It's an institution. It's been around for a while. So a Republican Party is a party that is against the institution of the monarchy. Un partido republicano. I don't know if any of the national parties are officially Republican. One of the independence parties here in Catalonia, at least, is Republican Esquerra Republicana, la Izquierda Republicana, or the Republican left. I'm not sure how, legal this is, because the parties are, or at least the politicians working in government, have to uphold the Constitution, and it's kind of hard to uphold the Constitution if you're against the monarchy, because, literally the first bit of the Constitution is about the monarchy and how the king is in charge of the Spanish constitutional monarchy. So, it's a complicated thing, but if you're going to be an independence party anyway, you can, I guess, go off and be a Republican as well. So that would be the los partidos republicanos. En fin, the major political parties here in Spain are the PSOE. PSOE is just the acronym Partido Socialista Obrero Español, the Spanish Workers' Party, I guess. The Spanish Socialist Workers' Party. They're not socialist in the Marxist sort of burn the rich sense. They're, parliamentary socialist, Euro socialist. We have El Partido Popular, the Popular Party or the People's Party. They're a bit to the right, not, far right or anything, but center right, Partido Popular. We have Vox, which is a new party, VOX, Vox. They are further to the right. I guess they're our far right party. We have Sumar, which is a leftist coalition. They've been, there are various parties in the coalition, and leftist parties tend to break up and reform as other things. And so Sumar is the current leftist coalition, but that is rapidly changing. And then here in Catalonia, we have a few regional parties, the Independence People. There are right-wing and left-wing Independence People. It's complicated. I'm not an expert. Topic for another day, perhaps. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been great talking to you again. Subscribe to the channel, give me a like, stick around for some more Spanish. This is a bit more advanced than what we were doing the last couple of times. I've got other videos that are more basic and also some more advanced stuff. Anyway, hope you enjoy and talk soon. Hasta la próxima. Bye.